Yes, Chelsea fans, Chelsea Daft here, back with the Chelsea news update. And the Chelsea news is a very personal feeling from me. And I've had enough. I just cannot wait for this season to be over with, apart from the cup final, obviously, which is our last glimmer of hope. But it's turned into an absolute shambles off the pitch, on the pitch, and I've had enough. I'm sick of it. People, we started this season with so much hope, so much optimism, having finished last season on such a high. Champions League, winning that, getting into the top four, albeit scraping into it, I understand that. We lacked goals. We went and signed the goal scorer extreme in Lukaku and started off all right and then just petered out. Had so much hope for the competitions we were in. Yes, we won the Super Cup, which was a good result against Villarreal. Yes, we won the Club World Cup. To have the prestige of being called the world champions was something we've never had before, and that was amazing to say that. But let's be honest, you played 2 games. You know, you got a good chance of winning it if you're an English team. Anyway, we win those 2 competitions. Right, we got 4 to go now. League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League. League Cup, we all know what happened in the League Cup final, let's just say that. Premier League completely petered out and continues to do so. More on that in just a minute. Champions League, blew it at home in the Champions League, along with a number of other games in the Champions League this season, which really has irritated me. And then the FA Cup. The only glimmer of hope I've got and you've got is that we're going to go to Wembley and we're going to beat Liverpool and put an end to their hopes of a quadruple or a treble. That's the only glimmer of hope that I've got left. Apart from that, I can't be arsed with it. I can't be arsed with the end of the season. I can't be arsed with the way the players are acting, the way the players are behaving on the football pitch, the way the players are defending. They're defending like players that are not at Chelsea anymore. Their heads are gone. They're defending like players that are letting things outside the club affect what they're doing on that pitch, where they're paid extortionate amount of money to perform for an hour and a half twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, and train for 2 hours a day. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute shambles, and it's really, really pissing me off. And I'm just annoyed that the last couple of videos have been negative from me because they're not normally like that on my channel. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. We've gone from being a team that's so defensively solid to an absolute shit show, an absolute shambles. And the 2 goals on the weekend were an absolute joke. All right, the first one's fortuitous, great strike from outside the box. The last one is an absolute joke. Absolute joke, honestly. Now, because we've done what we've done in the last couple of games, we've now got the Arsenal breathing down our neck. They're a point behind us. Tottenham are in striking distance. If they win all 3 and God forbid we lose 2, they could go above us. We could fall out of the top 4, believe it or not, when it's been pretty much done and dusted. 3rd place, which everyone's given up on even saying that it's up for grabs, but just talking about 4th place. We've now, based on our attitude, the way we're playing, and just the absolute shambles of a defence that we've become, now turned into a bit of a laughing stock. Because the Gooners, with old Thatch Roof for haircut, who's managing them on a bit of a good run, has got within a point of us. We take on Leeds tomorrow, and God forbid, honestly, we've got the FA Cup final, we've got the last 2 games of the season. It's just, I just can't wait for it to be finished, if I'm honest with you, because I can't be bothered with it. It's just the players are not bothered, so why should we be? But they will be bothered for the FA Cup, because there's a trophy to win. There's medals to be given out at the end of the game. Whereas you play against Wolves, you play against Brentford, you play against the Arsenal, and you don't even bother turning up. You can't be asked. So what's the point? It just does my head in. And then I'm seeing these other reports today about Marcos Alonso, major bust-up with Thomas Tuchel, who subbed him off at half-time. It looks as though Alonso's career's done at Chelsea. Not the first time he's had a fallout with a manager, because he probably doesn't like the fact or can't take criticism from a manager. Alonso has never been the best defender. He's great going forward. He's great as an attacking threat. Defensively, absolute toilet. Always has been. There's no point beating him around the bush. And he's only playing because Ben Chilwell is injured. If Alonso wants to go in the strop, bye-bye. Go to Barca. Sort off with Christensen. and possibly, well, I'm not going to even bother saying it, but go there with Christensen. Off you go. See you later. Then I'm reading reports that Chelsea players were unhappy because Thomas Tuchel cancelled their day off on a Sunday and called them in for a training session. Now, I actually think kudos to Thomas Tuchel for doing that. He's looked at what's happened over recent weeks. He's turned around and said we look mentally tired, exhausted. We've had big games we've built ourselves up for. It's never worked out for us. And we look exhausted, we look tired. And he's got to do something to stop the rot in the final games of the season. So I'm sorry, but I'm not being funny. I keep saying, you train 2 hours a day. Sorry to interrupt your Sunday, but this is all on you lot because you've been absolute toilet for weeks. So I completely agree with Tuchel. Get your asses in training, sort this all out, and get those final 3 games of the season won, and get us in the Champions League next season. Toni Rudiger, who's pissing off, Andreas Christensen, Jorginho possibly, and others who are going to leave the club in the summer. The least you could do for the supporters is give 100% in the final 3 games of the league campaign and the FA Cup. God forbid you don't. Simple as that. Talking of Toni Rudiger, it's been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano today that the deal is done. He's got a contract with 2026. Mega money. It's what he wanted. Bye-bye, Rudiger. Whether he should play between now and the end of the season, I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. It's gone from being so positive with everything to look forward to this season to really hope that we could build on what we did last year and use the foundations that we had in place to really sort of close that gap to Man City and to Liverpool. And we haven't. We've petered out with piss-poor performances. And it's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. The good, positive thing for me that's come out of this the last couple of weeks is obviously Todd Bowley taking over the club and agreeing the sale. And it's the Premier League going to usher it through in the government. And the positive is that Bruce Buck and Marina Granovskaya are going to stay. Now, a lot of people might disagree with me on that, but they haven't done wrong by us, have they, since they've been in charge? Granovskaya has been an absolute master, a master negotiator, which everyone talks about. She's got this reputation of being someone that knows what she wants and goes out there and gets it. And so why would you change? Yes, there's an affiliation with Abramovich, but she's nothing to do with Abramovich in an official capacity or to do with what he was sanctioned for. So Granovskaya stays and so does Bruce Buck. A lot of people might not like that about Bruce Buck, but he hasn't done a lot wrong either. Yes, there was the Super League thing. Let's put that to one side. Apart from that, not really a lot to moan about. So we're heading into these last games of the season. I can't do the commentary tomorrow, guys, by the way. Chelsea Leeds. I'm on babysitter duty, so I can't do the commentary. So I will be here on Saturday for the FA Cup final, and I will be doing the commentary on that. Woe betide people don't turn up on that football pitch for Chelsea and give a performance that we need, because it's just a shambles. So, like I say, I'm sorry for having a negative attitude in my last couple of videos. I don't want to be that way, but looking at what we had to look forward to this season, looking at how we've let ourselves down, and when I say that, I'm talking about the players. I'm talking about Thomas Tuchel as well. He's as much to blame as everybody else. Great for what he's done for us. On his day, he can be the better tactician than anybody. But there's been times where he's got it totally wrong with his team selections, with substitutions, even his formation at times. Needs to change it, needs to be flexible. Yes, I know injuries have gone against us with Chilwell and Reece James, in particular, obviously Chilwell, but, we have to have that flexibility. We have to change things up when it's not working, and we don't do it, and it's cost us numerous times. Anyway, as I keep saying, the players are much to blame as well. I just want the season finished with. I want the bad eggs out of the dressing room. I want these players that are half-arsed, that can't be asked, that their heads are elsewhere, to bugger off and go and get people into our football club this summer. With Todd Bowley spending the millions, and he will this summer, which is really exciting, so it's something to look forward to. They're going to invest in our squad this summer, spend mega money, and hopefully get a dressing room full of players that are 100% committed to Chelsea, 100% focused on Chelsea, and want to give everything for the shirt and the supporters, not people that are just going through the motions until they leave at the end of the season. Apologies for being negative, but it's just pissed me off to a point where I had to do this video this evening. It's uncut, Might be a little bit of editing with these little captions coming up, but apart from that, it's raw from me, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. So if you have enjoyed it and you like the way this video is sort of laid out and you like the content, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video for me as well, because that puts it out there to even more Chelsea fans out there in the YouTube sphere, stratosphere, hemisphere, whatever you want to call it, or just the platform. And it puts it out there so that more and more people get to see my content. And for me personally, for my channel, I'm trying to build this up and build it up into something that I could turn into full-time maybe one day, which would be amazing. So I need all your support. So like the video for me, subscribe to the channel, look at becoming channel members as well. It's only £1 a month to be a channel member. Do that and support the channel. I'll be grateful. I'm over 20,000 subscribers now, which is unbelievable. I know George, I know Eunice, I know everybody else, Football Therapy. I've got hundreds of thousands of people that subscribe to them. I like to think that I'm a little bit more realistic, a little bit more raw, and just tell it how it is. And if you want to see a difference in a YouTube channel, check out my live match commentary. Nobody else does it quite like I do. And that's not me saying it, that's the guys that watch it. So thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your evening. Hopefully Chelsea turn up tomorrow and give us 3 points. Woe betide they don't. And then we can focus on Liverpool on the weekend, which I'll be back for with live match commentary. Take care of yourselves. Try to be positive and not like me. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Comment section. See ya.